Today we are going to see about the workshop of online workshop on building intelligence workflow with n8n. So and next, so for this session, we will be providing a recording sessions also. You will be receiving a e-certificate for this workshop. So kindly useful. It will be, I think it will be you'll be enjoying the sessions for about this. Okay, now we can start the sessions.
So, welcome to Reccsar Private Limited, an esteemed IT training institute. We empower individuals and organizations in the tech era through diverse cut edge courses. So, and when it comes to our mission is to help organizations maintain agility in meeting evolving business demands. We build strong communities and bridge skill gaps between individuals and industries. So let's look into what we offer and what are our training modes. So we offer robust corporate training, blended learning, and custom solutions. Our training modes include classroom, online sessions, corporate and project-based trainings. And when it comes to the key benefits and the courses, the next slide, sir. Yes. So our training programs come with lifetime portal access, 24 into 7 support, and industry experts. We offer courses in cloud and DevOps, web development, and data and AI. So these are our courses. So please look into this one. You can even screenshot this. So these are our courses. We offer these courses in diverse colleges. So why choose Reza? So, because we are trusted global partners, industry aligned trainings, and personalized solutions. And the very important thing is proven outcomes in performance and efficiency. So, to reach us, you can contact. We displayed our contact information. You can just screenshot it if you want. So, you have the numbers and also the website details. So, please check it out.
So, hi everyone. This is good to see many people are joining for this wonderful workshop. In this workshop, we are going to see a extraordinary tool, n8n. Like it is one of the tool that is trend of 2026 and 25 because what is specialty of n8n is it can be connected with whatever the application you are working on. So the main thing is if the main thing purpose of the n8n is if you are doing a work regularly or you are doing a repeated job on your studies or in your work on your workplace, you can easily automate it with the help of n8n. So whatever the work, even if you are quoting your client or if you are reading anything or if you want to learn new things and you have to explore yourself with AI, whatever the thing that in your mind is possible with the help of n8n. So let me show you a small demo before we get into this. So I think everyone is online. So stay
Can
connected
you
to the session. If you have any queries, ping me up.
can you share your screen, sir?
Yeah, sure. That's what I'm doing. In a minute, I'll share. My screen is visible.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. So I think you all aware of the AI technology has been booming right now. Like every single day, a new AI model is releasing. Every single day, it's releasing. Like different types of model has been employed, has been deployed into the AI market. If you learn a AI skill today, it will be replaced by some other AI models tomorrow. So kind of now we had released, there is a new release of a model called Kimi. That model can automatically generate a 3D game or 3D website using just a few lines of prompt, which has been suppressed the Claude. Still Claude is trying to fight. So kind of, so the AI is booming every single day. So now we are going to do is using n8n, we're going to pick various models, AI models in the internet. So the screen is not visible.
It won't be visible.
Okay, that's good. So we are going to use the n8n with the support of other AI models. So to automate all our tasks today. So I have been planned some simple workflows for you today so that as a beginner you won't get confused. If you have any queries in between, just raise your hand or just post in the message box. I'll just reply to it. Okay. So if you have your laptops and a cup of coffee handy, it will be very better. So now, what is AI agents? So, like before 2 years, there has been a huge growth, huge boom in the field of generative AI. So people have started to branding themselves with the name of generative AI. I am a Gen AI engineer, I am a Gen AI developer. So kind of the way of Gen AI is very huge, and now it is getting into the AI agents. There's a small difference between Gen AI and the AI agent. So Gen AI is a AI model which can generate text, audio, video, or images with the help of the inputs given by the user as a prompt. So if you give a prompt into an AI model, it generates you something as an output. For example, we'll just take ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a Gen AI model. So if you just somebody who is the president of USA, it will tell you. If you ask it to create a story with including stars, rocket, and space, means it will automatically generate a story with a combination of all three in within seconds. So this is the type of AI models we call as Gen AI. To be in simple, you give the prompt as the input and you get an output generated by the AI. So that is called as generative AI. The AI agents are the next level of Gen AI. So what are AI agents is, if you give a task to AI, it will automatically complete the task with the help of MCP servers. So the generative AI can only generate things, but it cannot access the tools or do any task for you. The AI agents can do anything for you. So today we are going to build the AI agents with the help of. So for that you need n8n. So just go to your browser, whatever it is you're using, Edge or Google, whatever. So just go and search for n8n. So let us first get into the platform and n8n and what it is doing. So this is the n8n. So today we are going to use this n8n platform to automate our day-to-day life repeated tasks. So this is the site. This kind of AI today we are going to build. I'm pretty excited. I think you're also excited for building these type of things. Like the n8n has a huge integration with multiple platforms. You can even connect Zapier, Discord, Telegram, Instagram, WhatsApp, Slack, whatever the application you are using inside your office, you can easily connect. Or what are the applications you need in your task, you can easily connect them with the n8n, and you can automate everything. So this is the sample landing page of n8n, and it is totally paid, but you have access for 14 days free trial. So you guys just log into the n8n and just hit on get started, and it will automatically ask for a company mail. You can use your personal mail, anything whatever the thing you have. If you have already created an account, you just log in, or you just create your mail and it will ask for some basic details, and then it will get you into n8n. But I had already created the n8n, uh, log into my n8n platform, so that I just go into that. Okay. When you guys just log into the n8n, so your dashboard will look like this. So this is how they build their UI. So the first thing is production executions. So this is the time, how this is the value of how many times your workflow has been executed inside a task. So you will come to know it at the last, because when when we run in the production site, you will get to know this. So this is failed execution. How many executions you are failed? If I am running automation, if it fails, it will trigger here. So this types of automation has been failed. It will tell you the failure rate. All these are some metrics. So make your workflow more efficient. So here it is a search option. So you can search whatever you want within this n8n platform. You can directly go and access within the search. And this is a sidebar, and the chat feature is beta, because for creating for making this much simpler, they created a chatbot with the help of their AI assistant, so that if you have any queries, you can directly go to the chatbot, so that it will answer your queries, whatever the problem you are facing inside the application. So now, without further ado, we'll just jump into the n8n. So for starting, you should click on create a workflow. Every time we should create a workflow, so that inside the workflow we'll build our automation. Let it run. Okay, I'm going to name my workflow as uh, test test workflow. Yeah. So this is the canvas where you are going to build your automation. So the best thing is Anton is you don't have to know any single line of code. You can just do all this by drag and drop. So you don't have to be a expert in coding. The people who doesn't know coding also try these type of n8n tools. So it doesn't require any coding skills. So before that, there are some fundamental things you should know. So I'll show you that. So these are the four things you should know before you are getting into n8n. First thing is trigger. So trigger is the most important thing that you have to set it at start, because if you are building a workflow, if you are building automation, if you are creating a agent, it should work based on your trigger, right? So if nothing has triggered the AI, means how will it run? For example, if you are giving a prompt to the chat gpt, your prompt is the trigger. If you are not giving the prompt, the chat gpt is not going to give anything in your output. So you have to set up the trigger first. So for triggers, we have plenty of options. First of, you just go and click the plus icon at the right. Just search for triggers. So there are multiple type of triggers which you can easily connect. All these trigger are any other platforms. You can easily connect all the platforms to your n8n using this trigger. So for simple start, we'll just go with the manual trigger. So now we added the trigger. So if the trigger is this is the trigger for our first workflow. Look here. So if I click execute workflow, it will run. And if you get this green check mark, your workflow is running perfectly. If it has any error, it will hit you a error back with a cross. So if you get this green tick, it's working perfectly right. So what does the execute workflow using a manual trigger means? If you click it manually, it will automatically run. That's what it means. So this is the first thing we are going to see, trigger. So today we are going to make a simple chatbot using this n8n platform. So for that, we are going to give the input as a chat, right? We'll be giving the prompt as input, right? So we'll just add a chat trigger. You don't have to search to all these things. Just drag and drop all these things. So this is the chat trigger. If you click that, it will show you the chat. So I'll just clear all my executions so that we'll start again. So this is the chat trigger. If you send anything, it will reflect that. That's all. Your chat trigger is perfectly working because it is showing you the green check mark. See, it is giving the output as session IDs. It won't give you any output because it is not connected to any AI assistants. It is just a chat trigger. And the second thing is AI agents. So here is the thing n8n stands unique. So if you want to create a AI agent using a code like Python or Java, you have to write at least 100 lines of code to create a AI agent. But what n8n is doing is it made that very simple as drag and drop. You just click on the plus icon and search for AI agent. You get an AI agent. See, we call this as node. Each and every component is called as nodes. So this is the node start. If you want to connect both of these nodes, you just click on the plus and then drag and connect with the nearby node. So or the whatever the node you want to connect with that. So this is how we set up our workflows in the n8n. The first thing is this is the canvas and we call each and every component as nodes. So we'll just connect the nodes by dragging it to or whatever the node we need. So this is very simple, right? Pretty simple, right? Okay. So now we connected the AI agent. So AI agent is just a head. It doesn't have any brain and it doesn't have any tools like hands. It doesn't have anything. It is just a empty body. So we need to add a brain for the AI agent so that it can do the task which we are assigning to it. So for that we have to add a chat model. So see, it is mandatory. If it is mentioned in the star, it is mandatory. So for chat model, we are going to use Gemini, Google Gemini chat model. So you don't have to go through all these things. First, we set up the structure and then we move to the configurations. Okay. So now I just connected the chat model. Look, before we connect in the chat model, let me run it, but it won't give you any output. But you will get to know how the errors will show in the output. Look, so the chat node is run successfully because it got the input that high, but at the output we are getting an error. A error chat model subnode must connect it to a enable. So that means you need to connect a sub node. So this is what we called as sub nodes. So this is the main node and we have to connect the sub nodes. So now why we are getting this error is the chat model is a mandatory thing, but we haven't connected the chat model so that it is throwing the error back at us. So if you get a red check mark here, it means your AI assistant or your node is getting errors. If it get green check mark means it is running perfectly good. So this is how the basic n8n visuals work. So now we are going to connect the brain with the body. So AI agent is the body and we are just connecting the brain. Look, it is connected. You can visually see the connection. It is in a dotted gray line. So you can easily visualize the connection between both of them. So now you have to know it doesn't gonna work by just connecting the brain. What is our brain is Gemini chat model. So Gemini is the Google's AI model. So we need to connect the Gemini with the help of Google AI Studio. So this is the first simplest thing you have to do. So after defining the structure, you just jump to the Google AI Studio. So this is where we'll get the API keys. Google AI Studio. I'm already in that page. This is the landing page of Google AI Studio. This is the default page. If you scroll down, you can see a key icon button here. So just click on that and you'll be redirected to the API key page. So I had already created 3 API keys. So if you want to create a new one, just go create API key and select Gemini default project. Just name your API key, own API key, n8n API, something. Just create the key. It will automatically create the key. But I had already created 3 keys. so that I don't have to create. I'll just copy one of them. So I'm going to copy the first one. Okay. So now navigate into the Gemini node. Here, I got already connected my API, but I'm going to do it again for you. So for you, it will only show create new credentials if you are logging in for the first time. So just click on the create new credentials. It will automatically add the host link. And for the API key, we just paste the API key from Google AI Studio. That's all. Just going to the Google AI Studio and you will be searching for the API key and you just copy the API key and then paste it in the AI API key. So then hit save. It will test whether the API key is working or not. So if it is working, it will move to the next step. It's testing for a long time. So it is good in connect more details. Okay, we'll just use the another API key. Just go and copy this and I'll paste this API key here. And now it is running. Yeah, it now connected. There's an issue, I think. The API has been expired, I think. So now it is connect and tested successfully. Now we connected our brain to our body. And for choosing models, you'll just select the model defaultly. So we have our body, we have our brain, and we have our input. Just we'll clear executions before we start. Look, now we have to select the model. So there are many AI models has been released by the Google. For now, we'll stick with the Gemini 2.5 Flash. So which is not free, it is also paid model, but you have a limited and limited query period. You can have around 5 requests or 10 requests per day, I think. So it is paid, you have only trial. So make it use less. So I'm just going and now getting to the chat and I'm just hitting hi. You can visibly see that all your node are running on all the nodes hitted green. So that means your workflow is working perfectly all right. So look, hi. Now it is telling me, hi there, how can I help you? So this is how the simple AI agent chatbot works. I think you are getting it. If you have any errors or if you are not getting this, just hit a message or just tell me. I'll explain you once again. Okay. So these are nodes and these are nodes. You can get all these nodes by hitting the plus icon on the right. So there you can go and search whatever the node you want. And every workflow should start with a trigger. Without trigger, your workflow will not run. For example, if I deleting this chat trigger, so in what way will the input go into the AI agent? So it is just that's why it is throwing me the errors because you don't have a trigger. Without a trigger, cannot run a workflow. So I just refresh my site. Server got. So let me check what happened. So wait a minute. So I'm using render because n8n subscription is paid and for general purposes you can easily log in with the render. So render is something called as a cloud hosting platform. I just hosted my n8n on render. So the n8n will only run for around 14 days as a trial period. If your trial is expired, you cannot use the n8n. You have to create it using another mail ID. So for that purpose, we have render here. So with the help of render, you can use it for free. It's something failed in deployed. Don't worry, we'll deploy it again. Now it's getting live. We'll just wait for a few minutes. So my server has been crashed right now. So it will restart back in 2 to 3 minutes. So this is the problem you will face when you are using third-party applications. If you're using a third-party application, this type of error you might get. So now it is on. So I'm creating my account again, and I have to log in everything. I'll just give 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the first page you will have when you log into the n8n. It will ask for all these things. Just hit next. It will inside. Okay. So just hit anything here randomly. They are going to use this for case studies, or I don't want to enter 100 people, more than 20 people. Oh, yeah. So done. We're again starting from the scratch. So this is the first place you will be seeing when you get into an item. So click on start from scratch. Again, we are here at our canvas. So just I'm going to do it once again for you. So I'm going to hit plus. So first thing you should add is trigger. Now we are going to build a chatbot. So we are going to hit chat trigger. Done. And then the next thing we need to add is AI agent. So I'll just hit and create add AI agent and search for the agent. So now this is our body. We need a brain for the AI agent. For that, we'll click on the plus node and we'll add Gemini chat model. You just go and search here, it will come. Gemini chat model. After connecting the brain, we need to connect it with the AI Studio. So that we'll just go select credentials, new credentials. In the API key box, we'll just go to the Google AI Studio and hit a get API key. And there will be a API key defaultly. If doesn't have, you just create one. If it is not there, you just copy the API key and paste it in the API key box. So you are saving it. It will test for the API key whether it is working or not. Yes, everything is working. Done. We selected the Gemini 2.5 Flash AI model. So now again I getting high and your workflow run and it will give you the output. So you can visually see how these things are working. Look, now it is focused on the AI agent node. For the first time, it will take much time because for warming up everything. Yeah, now it answered you. Hi there. How can I help you today? So the thing is, this is the simple workflow you can build to build a chatbot. I can even ask questions, and I'm just asking what color is the sky. So it will run. Most commonly, the sky is blue. It is answering me, answering for my queries. How it is answering is because we connected Google Gemini here. Let me tell you how it is working. So this is the normal structure that is in the restaurants. So if you are going to a restaurant, you will go to the restaurant and the waiter will come to you and you will make an order. Then the waiter will take your order and he will go to the kitchen and tell the chef to make two burger or two pizza, and the chef will make all these foods, and again the waiter will take the food from the kitchen and he will deliver it to you. So this is a normal work happens in a restaurant. Just like that, the API key works. So here the client is us. I have just pasted the exact node here so that you can get easily. So this is the node which we've been added here. So from this node, if I send hi here, If I send hi here, so first the hi will hit the like now I asked for what color is this guy. Now I can put hi so that you can easily get that. So if I just again put a hi there. So just look, the chat input was hi. It is received by the chat trigger. And if I click on the next node, you can see the chat input hi is passed to the AI agent. And then the AI agent will pass the hi to the Gemini. So the Gemini will process the hi and it will generate your output, that is hi there, how are you? And then the Gemini will pass the output again to the AI agent and the AI agent will again give it to the chat. So this is how this thing works. So the Gemini is the thing, this node is connecting the Google's Gemini with your workflow. So I just hit it hi and the hi reaches the Gemini. The Gemini is taken to the Gemini, Google's Gemini using the API key. So the API key will work as a bridge between the our workflow and the Google's Gemini server. So if I say hi, it is passed to the Gemini node and the Gemini node will pass it to the Gemini server using the API key. That's what we copied from the Google AI Studio. So this is the key. We have to copy. So with this help of key, it will take all your queries, deliver to the Gemini, and when the Gemini is giving you the output, it will take again back to your Gemini node with the help of API key. So the API key literally acts like a bridge. I think you got that thing. So with the help of Gemini API, you can easily connect your workflow with the Gemini and you can build a chatbot. So this is the simple chatbot that we can build using n8n. So it has the data of it has been trained because of Gemini is Google's, so it has been trained in vast data sets. It can easily answer whatever the question you are using because we can't do the Gemini. Even I asked who is the president of USA, it will bring you back the answer because it is connected to the see it is giving me wrong answer. It's okay, no issues. The data set has been not updated. It can give you more answers, what are the queries you've been getting in. So like how to make a coffee, will process and give you the output. And please be cautious that this is a free trial. If you hit too many requests to Gemini, it will expire very soon. So that you have to be cautious at what you are doing, whatever the input you are giving. So to make a coffee is a delightful ritual, essential, good coffee powder, beans, and everything. It will give you the full steps to how to make a coffee. So as I said, Gemini is paid and it have very limited free trial. So that we are going to use another chat model. We'll keep the Gemini for now and we'll connect to Grok. Just note it down, Grok chat model. So just same as how you connected the Gemini, we are going to connect the Grok model. All these are LLM models, large language models. If you give an input, it will give you the output as text. So these are large language models. So for connecting Gemini, we just gone into the AI Studio. For connecting Grok chat model, we have to search for Grok. 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 So just get into the Grok site. Hit on start building. And it will ask for the sign up at the start. You just click connect with Google. It is easy for me to connect. Okay, I just log into the Grok. This is how the UI of Grok will look, the landing page. Then here is the API keys at AI Studio. It was down there, but Grok they've been given here. If you can't find that, you just go hit search button and search for Grok API key. It will directly take you to the API key page. So that's all. It's very simple. So look, it's directly taken me to the API key page. So I've been created already many keys. So I'm revoking everything. So that look, I just used today 41 API calls. So I'll just click on create API key. I'll give the name n8n test. No expiration is needed. If you are going to share your API key with a friend, you just hit a expiry date because sharing the API key is not as advisable. If you share your API key, they can access all your data. So that you should not share the API keys to any of your friends, because if they are using your API key for their usage, you will be getting bill. So you just copy the API key and come again to the n8n, and here click on Grok API model, create new credentials. So here paste your API key and hit save. And again, it will test just like the Gemini. So there is something wrong with this API key. I think my free limit is going to hit because I've been already called it 45, 46 times today. So look, now it is connected. So for that, you just have to refresh and get in again. It automatically show the models. So for now, today we are going to use Grok is providing a large amount of models, but for today we are going to use Llama 3.3 versatile. So why we are using it is it has trained with 70 billion parameter data, and it is fast, and it has a generous request kind of around 30 requests per hour. I think it has a generous amount of a free trial so that you can choose versatile. So now it will exactly work like the Gemini. If I go and hit a high, the workflow will run. It will give you the output. So that's all. We replaced the Google's Gemini with the Grok. That's all. So this is a simple AI agent. Like it doesn't have any purpose, right? If you ask a question, it will give you the answer just like ChatGPT. So what is the purpose of this? So we cannot make something general, right? So we have a task. So today we are going to make a HR agent. So if you ask any questions, it should tell HR. It should speak like a HR. So for that, we have options. Just get into the AI agent node, and when you scroll down, you'll be seeing add options button. On here, hit on system message. So here you have to feed the details of your business or whatever the thing you have, or how your AI agent should work, or how your AI agent should speak. You just have to give the data here. So for that, we don't have to type it manually because it would take much longer to type everything. And we just go to ChatGPT. We are using it for all our works, right? Just go to ChatGPT, log into your ChatGPT, and just now I'm going to create. No need. So I had created a AI agent chatbot on n8n. So now give me a system prompt to make it speak like a HR of a corporate company. So, and then we also need some data for the AI, right? If I'm asking any questions, it should answer me back, right? Answer me back with the details of the company, right? So we'll just give the name for a company. We'll make it a random name, soft text. Okay, we'll give it as also prompt. The company name, soft text. And then we have to tell the uh, ChatGPT to create the system prompt with some details of that company, so that if you ask any questions about that company, it should answer you with the exact details of the company. It should reply with the exact details. So for that, we are going to feed some dummy details. These are random details. If you have any kind of real data, you can also feed that. So create a dummy data of what is that company is building, for the directors, and kind of what are they building. So now yeah, it will tell who is the founder of the company and what they are building and what is the company is all about. For all these questions, AI will give you answer. For that, we are creating dummy data sets. System prompt. Okay. So this is our system prompt. Okay. It isn't giving you the huge para, so we'll just hit until make it simple to paste on the sys. You can also paste a huge this kind of paragraphs, but we are just exploring in the trial account, so that your trial account will expire your API limit very soon if you are pasting a huge paragraph into your AI. You should be for exploring in the test accounts. You just make it simple, a paragraph with around just minimum of maximum of 10 lines. Only with 10 lines. I'm just giving it constraint to make it 10 lines. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so this is our simple system prompt with only 10 lines. So with this, it will automatically give you the answer. So now I just copying the system prompt and I'm just getting to the n8n and paste it here. Look, I just pasted my system prompt here. And you should not like just paste it here and don't run it simply. Before that, you just need another line. You have to tell that you are a assistant, AI assistant. You are Sarah Williams, friendly tone executive or knowledgeable private limited. You just copy this line because you have to tell what is the AI is all about. What is the role of the AI? So, okay, it's already been there. So no issues. We just close the dialog box and we just come again and I'm hitting hi. Look, before that, if I hit hi, it was very generous. It is nice to meet you. Is there something I can help you with, or would you like to chat? It was so generous because the AI is not trying to any data. But now we just pasted the system prompt so that it is trained to that particular company called as Softtech. So hello, welcome to Softtech Technologies. I'm Sarah Williams, HR executive. So it has been speaking like a HR, right? So now I'm going to ask, what are the programs you give? Uh, just hit what are the programs you have, and it will automatically generate the output based on the data which you feed into the AI agent. Look, internship, we offer a huge on instance hybrid work, health insurance programs, and more, which we had given as the input. And now I'm going to ask, who is the founder? So it's not explicitly mentioned in your config estimation. So I can tell you our leadership team include CEO Arun Mehta. So the CEO of this Softtech is Arun Mehta. We haven't given the founder's name. So let's check whether it is mentioned or not. See, Bangalore based. Look, our CEO Arjun Mehta. So we just feed the AI with the data. So whoever asking you the questions, the AI can easily answer with the data you feed. This is a kind of RAG, a simple RAG. It is not fully RAG. It is a simple kind of RAG work based on the system prompt which you are pasted in. So now what we are going to do is, so all these are happening inside your n8n, right? So if I'm going to share this project to someone, how can I do that? It is not easy, right? Nobody could see my work, right? So now what we are going to do is we going to connect a external platform. So that is the main purpose of using n8n, to connect all your external platforms into a single platform. So now for that, I'm going to use Telegram. You can even use WhatsApp, but WhatsApp is not preferable because the setup take it's a big task to set the WhatsApp, but Telegram is pretty easy. So you just go to Plus Node and search for Telegram. You'll get the Telegram node, and kind of you can you there will be many nodes you want. If I search for WhatsApp, it will give me the WhatsApp. So kind of there are many nodes. Excuse me. So if you are using if you are using Spot, there will be HubSpot. If you are going to use Google Sheets, there will be Google Sheets, Drive. You are going to add mail, there is mail. So whatever the application you try to connect, everything is present inside the n8n. So we'll just go with the Telegram first. Just searching for Telegram. And remember that the thing which has a thunder symbol next to the name is called as trigger. You should not directly put any of this. The thing which has a thunder is the trigger. So I'm going to add the trigger as on message. If someone is messaging, my trigger will trigger. So that's why on message trigger. You don't have to look into all these things. Just I'm going to replace the chat trigger with Telegram trigger. So that if I message from my Telegram, it will get to the Telegram. And you have to add the credential just like the Gemini. So here it is asking for access token. So here the API key can be for Google. We can easily get it from the Google AI Studio. But for Telegram, we have to log into the Telegram. So it is a simple process. You just note it down. So go get into the Telegram. Telegram, search for bot father. So this is how they are giving the API key. They are not giving the API key openly. So that you have to search for bot father. You will get. And here, just hit hi. So it is also a chat bot. If you just hit hi at bot father, it will give you the output. So here for new bots, you just click on the new bot. We are going to create a new bot, right? So how are you going to call it? I'm going to call it as I'm a fan of Iron Man, so I'm just giving it as the username for your bot, Jarvis bot. The username should end with a bot. So just remember that. The username is already taken. Okay. Jarvis super bot. Hey, everything has been taken. Jarvis super Jarvis. I'll just add numerical value. Jarvis 001 bot. Yeah, now we created. Just add a numerical value after your name so that it will give you just like creating a username on a social media. So now we had created our bot. So now we got our access token. So we just copy the access token and we just paste it on the access token box and hit save. Save and test your access token. Okay, now it is connected. Okay, now it is connected. We connected our Telegram trigger to our workflow. So now we get into the Telegram and here you will have this bot. You just click on the, you will find that bot link here. You just hit on the blog bot and hit start. So now your bot is live. The bot name is Jarvis, just as I named. And I just hitting hi. Before hitting hi, you just make sure you clicked on the execute overflow because when you are working inside the n8n, you don't have to click that execute overflow. But when you are working outside the n8n, every time you should hit the workflow when you are at the testing side. When you publish your workflow, you don't have to test. You have to hit it every single time. So just try to stick to the workshop. We'll just make it publish. So I'm hitting the workflow. Now it is telling, okay. So look here, we are the Telegram trigger is connected successfully. It is working. So it hit a green tick. But here, it is getting error because it is connected to the chat trigger node. We have to make it defined below. It is connected to the chat trigger node. You have to modify to define below. So this is the prompt which is going to get into the AI. So there we'll just drag and drop out text. So hi was the first message I given in my Telegram. So look here, I just texted hi. So it has run. Wait a minute. It is giving me high rate because when you hit it, send any message, it will automatically fetch by from your Telegram. So this is the prompt. I just going to drag and drop it there. That's now again I'm hitting execute workflow. So look, it is waiting. Telegram trigger is waiting. If I go again there and tell good morning, just hitting good morning on Telegram, that it's automatically fetched by the AI agent. Look here. So here is the good morning which I sent in the Telegram, and the good morning is passed into the AI agent, and the AI agent passes it into the grok. The grok is getting the reply for the good morning incoming message, and it is giving the output. Good morning, I am a Sarah Williams, it's executive. And the AI agent is giving the same output here. But the thing is, if we send a message from Telegram to the n8n means we also get the output of the Telegram, right? It should not be showing in n8n, right? If someone is using our bot and inquiring through our chat bot, it should also give the output again back at the Telegram, right? So for that, you have to add another node at the end. So that is also a Telegram send message node. Telegram. Look, there are huge range of things you can do with this Telegram. So you just go through all these things on your own. I will just use a send a text message because I'm going to send back a text message to the user, right? So the chat ID. So it is asking for some parameters. So we call it as parameters. So why it is asking is it cannot directly send the message to the user. So we have to map the user here. So for that, just click on schema. You'll see the output from the AI agent, which is before this node. So this from the output, you can see the output from the AI agent, and it is asking for a chat ID and text. So text is the output that is going to show in the Telegram. So the will just drag and drop the output there. So now we drag and drop, we set the output, and for chat ID, click on the Telegram. Now search for the chat ID. You will see a ID here. You just drag and drop it here. So that's all. So you added the chat ID. You added the output. So now I'm hitting execute workflow. Execute the step. Now I got the output in the Telegram. So this is how we simply connect our Telegram channel to the n8n and create a bot, a Telegram bot. So see, let me run it once again for you. Just hitting execute workflow. You should do it when you are in the when you are in the trial or when you are in the testing phase. We call it as testing. We are now not published, right? The publish, we have still the publish option. So that means we are not yet published. So it is waiting for the trigger. And I'm going there and telling, hey, brother, hey, I'm just hitting hey. You'll automatically get the output. Hello, this is welcome to Software Technology. So this is the simple way that you can create a chatbot for your business. If you are running any business or if you are providing any service and you are getting many inquiries on your WhatsApp or Telegram, you can just build a simple chatbot and connect your channel to that, so that your AI bot will answer for the queries 24 by 7. You don't have to go and answer them every single time. This is how we make a simple Telegram chatbot. If you want to connect a WhatsApp, you just go there to the n8n and just replace the Telegram with the WhatsApp. You just add all these triggers instead of the Telegram trigger, and your WhatsApp will easily connected, and you can get all these outputs in the WhatsApp. So why I'm not doing WhatsApp is pretty different based upon the country you are. So it may take much time because it have many things to configure. It is not just as easy like Telegram. So for the demo purpose, we use Telegram. So you look now, if I go on text any message, it won't give me any output because the workflow is not even running. So it only run when you hit the execute workflow. You have to hit it every single time before you are running the workflow. So check. Look now. I just hit the execute workflow. Now the workflow is run and it gave me the output. So it is not good, right? For every single time I have to click on this execute flow button is not good, right? So we have to make it autonomous, right? So the whole concept of AI agent is to make things autonomous, right? So I'm just going to hit publish. That's all. I created my own simple Telegram AI agent for my company. So you can even scale it and you can sell it for companies, corporates or shops, or shops like kind of product kind of shops. If they are offering any services, people inquire them, right? So at that time, there will be a receptionist will be attending the call, or they will be replying to all the messages manually, right? So if you build a workflow, a simple workflow like this, and if you feed the details into the AI agent, and it will automatically work for their office or the company especially. So now after I published, you can see the green dot there. That means it is published. If I'm now going to the Telegram and asking uh, what you are doing, it can give me outputs instantly. You don't have to go and hit the it can easily give you the outputs without any external clicking buttons. So just simple. If I'm asking, okay, how can I apply to your company? So how can I apply to your company? So simple. It is telling me excited to consider your career as soft tech. So it is insisting us to just visit the website and careers, job opening. All these details has been fed by us to the AI so that it is replying to all our queries. So this is how we built a simple RAG chatbot using Telegram and n8n. So I think today we have only around 1 hour of time, so that this is the thing we can cover in a 1 hour. And there are another two important things which I'm going to share you today is notes. These two also important. If I'm going there and asking what is my name, look, uh, let me contact about your personal details. It doesn't know my name because I haven't given it. So I'm telling I'm Alex. I'm telling the AI that I'm Alex. It is telling, hello Alex, welcome to Software Technologies, right? So then after I'm going to ask another question. So who is your CEO? We will give that same guy Arun Mehta. Again, I'm going to ask what is my name. It won't tell me my name because it doesn't have a memory yet. It's just speaking in the context on the message which I sent it before. It will only answer me based on this single message because it is not storing any data. So for storing data, you just hit the memory node. And for now, there are many options. You can connect MongoDB, Superbase, Postgres, many options there are, but we're going to create a simple memory. So for session ID, just click on define below because we doesn't have a chat trigger. We connected Telegram so that click it on define below. And for ID, you just drag and drop the ID again. Okay, so that's all. The context window is 5. If context window is 5 means it will store 5 messages. It will store my 5 queries, the past 5 queries, the recent past 5 queries. So that is how it works. Let's just go to n8n again and I close the box. And now I'm again coming to Telegram and telling, hi, I'm Alex. See, it now recognized my name, that Alex. It just hit my name, I Alex. When you get into see the simple note, you cannot see because it is published. You cannot see the executions when it is published. For seeing the executions, you should hit the executions tab here. So here you can see how many times your workflow has been executed. Look, for it is executed now. It is loading. When it is published, you can only look at the executions in the executions panel. You cannot witness that in the editor panel. Here you can only let me do it right now. I just unpublish my workflow. Just unpublish my workflow. But when I unpublish my workflow, it won't run because when you unpublish the workflow, you have to hit the execute button every single time. It will work autonomously only on the published side. Now it is running. I'm just hit a hi and it is getting me again the output. Hi, welcome to Softec. I'm Farah Williams, right? So now look here, it is storing in the memory. So if you go there and you can see it is storing the last 2 queries. That is the reply from me and myself, the question query from myself and the AI. These are the 2 context things that has been storing. So let me give you another demo. So I'm again telling it, I am Google. I am Alex. Let's hit Alex. I'm Alex. Like coming here and hitting the execute workflow. Now it is running. And when you get back there, it is telling, hi Alex, nice to meet you. Now I'm so the best practice is hit the execute workflow before you give input. So that time it won't get any errors. So hit the execute workflow before you are giving the input. So I'm telling who it is. Now it is recognized my name, that is Alex. I'm just given the name right now, and now I'm asking for CEO. Now it has tell that same guy Arun Mehta. I'm going again back to the n8n for hitting the execute workflow button. And now if I ask for who I am, you are Alex. See, now it is storing memory. So when we doesn't add the simple memory node, it won't store any of the memories of our chat. So but when you add this node, it will store your memory kind of things, memory, your whatever the chat you are making and what is the context that has been going on, everything will be stored in the simple memory. The best practice is you should use the memory node. You can connect your MongoDB or Superbase node for the memory, because if you are building a chatbot, it is speaking without the context or it is even speaking without knowing your name means it won't be good. So you have to add the memory node. And here is another thing: the last sub node is tool. So why we need tool is if I'm using this AI for doing something kind like if I chat here and if it should send a mail to my customer means you just go there and hit on the tool and search for Gmail, you will get the Gmail tool. So when you configure this Gmail tool, just go and select credentials. It will ask for the client ID and client secret. So when you paste all these API keys and client secret and client data, I mean this is not the details from your client. You for getting this thing, you have to go to the Google Cloud Console. Look, just like the Telegram node, you have to connect this Gmail node with your actual Gmail ID. For that, you should click on create new credentials. Here it is asking for client ID, client secret. That means this is not your clients. It is asking for your own client ID, client secret. You can get that from Google AI Studio. Sorry, Google Cloud Console. Google Cloud Console. Just go log into the Google Cloud Console. So just I'm clicking on. There are plenty of options for you. So I'm just clicking on API and service because we need API that client ID, client secret, right? So here, just click on credentials. You just remember if you want a API key, it will always mention in a format of key symbol. So just click on credentials. And here I already created a project. So I'm getting into the project. So if you are not used it before, you just go into the Google AI console, sorry, Google Cloud Console, and it will ask you to create a project. It will guide you step by step with the help of the Google Cloud Console. You create a project, Google project first. I created as demo enable. So now in my demo project, I can get my client ID. This is my mail ID. For my mail ID, the client ID is this is the client ID. So just copy it from there and I'm pasting here. And again, I'm getting to the Cloud Console because we need another one parameter is client secret. So for getting the client secret, you just go down. And already I had created two client secrets. So I cannot create one more because it will show you only once. So I'm going to just delete this client secret, disable it, disable the client secret. And now I cannot see this client secret because it will show you only once. You should not share your client secrets with anybody. I'm just hit on the create new. So it created new for me. I just copying that client secret and coming again to the n8n. I'm just pasting. Look, now my credential has been saved. It will show you now. It will show you the sign in with Google button, and just click on that. And I'm just opening my connecting my Google account with the n8n. You don't have to worry. Just hit continue. Continue. The connection is successful. Now I connected my Gmail account with the n8n. So for now, this is what we covered. Still doesn't work because we haven't mentioned it anything. We haven't mentioned it. We haven't connected any message to this Gmail so that it cannot send mail right now. This is how you connect the tools to your n8n workflow. Who are you? Look, the AI agent is replying me, but it is not sending any mails because I haven't configured the mail. But once you configure everything and update it on the AI agent, it will also able to send mail to whatever the customer you are, whatever the client or whatever the body you have to send mail. So it is not only mail. You can there are plenty of tools like sheets. You can add anything to the sheets. You can also send it through the Telegram. You also have Telegram tool. You can also access Telegram and whatever the tool now you are work. You can connect Superbase vector data store. So whatever the tool you are using, you want to use, you can easily connect. There are many options, Airtable, and even there are Slack. So many tools has been connected with the n8n. So whatever the tool you need, just add it to your tool section, and you can access the tool and complete your task with the help of AI agent autonomously. So next thing, what we can do with these type of AI agents is these are the simple six type of needs that has been in the market with needed for the AI automation, especially. So the first thing is if you build a call autonomous agent, you can set businesses for By that, you can even start your own AI agency, or you can do it as a freelance. These are the six major problems that needing in the industry. The first thing is calling your leads. If any business um, that is running, many leads will be calling them, right? So if the leads are calling them, a single person can speak a call, and in a single time we can speak only a single call, right? But what if five people calling at a same time? We cannot handle, right? For that purpose, if you create a voice AI agent, a telecalling agent, it will automatically, it's the kind of receptionist AI agents, it will automatically pick up the calls of all the five, and it can speak parallelly to all the five people. So that you can easily do with the n8n with the support of a VAPI, a kind of tool. Like it is already present. So you can do it with the help of Fellow, I think Fellow. Fellow, this is the app. You can get a mobile number for your AI. You can easily set up receptionist. So this is the thing that has been booming in 2026. It's been a big commoditized business, and many people are doing these type of things, like AI receptionist agents. Another is customer inquiry chatbot. So that's what we built. We built a chatbot. We built a chatbot for soft tech AI solutions. So that soft tech technology. So whatever the questions people want to know from soft tech, they can hit this chatbot, and they can easily chat with the chatbot about the company. And writing emails, if you are a HR, you have to send at least 10 emails per day to your clients and to your boss and everything, to many people, right? So you can automate a Gmail system with this n8n, with the help of n8n, and you can easily send multiple mails at the same time. You don't have to write. AI will write your mail, and it will automatically send to your corresponding body. And create content. If you want to create a content and post on LinkedIn, Instagram, or whatever the platform, if you build a good automation, it will automatically create content and generate video and post it on the YouTube or LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever the platform you prefer. And managing invoice, if you are a business getting many invoice in a day, organizing invoice is a hectic job for businesses. So if you create a workflow that get the invoice, and it will read through all the details, and if it gives you output in the end of the day, means like kind of you received five invoice, and this is your expense, and these are the profit you made today. So if you build a kind of invoice reading chatbot, means it will be very useful for many businesses, right? So that is the thing there. And you can also run meta ads, or you can even run campaigns on WhatsApp with the help of the n8n automation tools. So now we are at the end of our session. So if you have any queries, just let me know. I'll just answer all your queries. So this is the time for Q&A. So we had covered building a simple chatbot and adding data to AI, and then how to connect it with the Telegram external platform. So that is what we covered in this 1 hour workshop. So if you have any queries, just ask me. Just hit at me. If you have any uh, doubts in this session, or if you have any doubts in the production, so just hit at me. I'll answer you.
Participants, if you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. Now the mic is enabled.
So somebody has been raised question already. Okay, for how to create the API key, right? So it is pretty simple for creating a API key. You first choose which API key you want. You want Grok API key or Gemini API key. So if you want Google Gemini's API key, you just go to the search bar and search for Google AI Studio. Remember this, search for Google AI Studio. Just you will get this link, navigate into the link. And when you get into the AI Studio, the dashboard will look like this. So it is a powerful tool. You can create many applications with the help of AI Studio. So here the API key logo is here. First they given in the sidebar, but now they moved it to the last. So hit the API key. Now you can see these are the API keys I created. So if the Gemini will automatically give you a default key. If there is no default key, you just hit API key and select your project. and give a name for your API key test and create. So it will automatically create a brand new API key for you. So you can just copy that API key and use it anywhere you want. Okay, so it created me the API key. I'll just copy and I can use it anywhere. So look, so it created me the API key. So that's all. This is how you create a simple API key. Even if you couldn't, how multi-agentic AI work. So this chatbot we create just using drag and drop. Yeah, we created this chatbot just by drag and dropping things. We haven't do a single line of code. We can easily create a chat. Not only the chatbot. We can create whatever the automation we want just by drag and drop. You don't have to uh, do a single line of code. Okay, the last question is how multi-agentic AI works. So you should understand the thing. There is a difference between a AI agent and multi-agent. The AI agent will work only specifically for one task. Yeah, I know who.
Relax, guys. Arriva a parte che non puoi e non c'è.
Do you have any questions?
Dove c'è? Poi non appena in cui car potremmo essere. Tutti un po' di bene.
So Vasuki, do you have any questions? So this for this query, so like if the difference between agent and a multi-agent is a agentic AI will easily work with a single task, but the multi-agent can perform multiple tasks. You will be creating different AI agents, and you will be connecting all the agent into a single queen agent or single agent which operates all them. That we comes under orchestration of AI agents because you cannot simply do it. Into a single workflow. You have to create multiple workflows for multi-agent purposes. And the best way to create multi-agents is using LangGraph. If you want to create multi-agentic workflows, uh, if you know a basic amount of quite good code, a Python code, you can just go for a LangGraph. LangGraph, that is the famous framework that people use for multi-agent orchestrations. So another there are many agentic multi-agent tools out there. You can use Hermes, you can use Clawbot. Now Clawbot has been officially released, announced by the Microsoft. You can easily access your Clawbot. So wait, let me show you that also. There are many multi-agents. Hermes agent is now in the trend. You can use this Hermes agent. But for accessing all these multi-agents, you should know a basic amount of code. There are many agents, OpenClaw. So this open clock can perform a huge range of tasks. It is not it doesn't build to do only one task. You can connect whatever the application you want, and you can do whatever the task you want with the AI. You just go and give the input, just analyze this company and tell me analyze this. If you're going to apply for a job, you can easily give it a prompt that I want a software job around USA. Just hit me the job which I'm easy to get. If you just hit that prompt, it will automatically get into the US browsers, and it will search for the jobs which are listed, and it will automatically search with the skills you have and the skills needed for that particular job, and it will give you exact job which is easy for you to get. So you don't have to do anything; it will do everything automatically. These are the multi agents. Multi-agent system where multiple agents collaborate. Okay, that's good. Yes, n8n is kind of Zapier, but Zapier is not user friendly. You need to learn Zapier for creating multiple workflows on Zapier. n8n is really user friendly and beginner friendly. You can create whatever the workflow you want, and Zapier is not providing you free options. Zapier will provide only around 8 days of free trial, I think, even with limitations. But n8n is something different. It is open source software. If you want it for free, just host the n8n like host it in the render like me. I just hosted my n8n on render. You can see it here. It will show the render. So like n8n on render because I just host my n8n on render. So I'm using the n8n for free. You don't have to pay anything. But when you try to use the n8n on the original cloud, it will ask you for around 2000. Wait, let me just see. So this is the actual price, 20 euros. That means 2.5K per month. This is the pricing that has been mentioned by the n8n. But if you want to use n8n for free, just go to render and host your own n8n there because n8n is an open source software. You don't have to pay for n8n. So now I'm using it for free because I hosted it on the render. So any other questions? If you want to create a friendly chatbot, so simple. You just go to create a friendly chatbot. Because we already created a chatbot. If you want to give the character for the chatbot, if you want it as a friend, if you want it for as a teacher, whatever the data, just go to the get into the AI agent and look for the system message. Start, it won't be there. Click on add options and you can find system messages there. And here you just paste the system prompt that you just go to the chat GPT and tell I'm going to build a chatbot. I need it to act as my friend. It should be I want it to ask any friendly questions to me. Just give the prompt to AI chat GPT and it will give you the system prompt. What I advise is you don't please don't put the system prompt as yourself because there are you should make it as a beginner. The best way is to get a system prompt from the another AI. Don't do it yourself because we don't humans won't create that good kind of system prompts. You can create, but you need some experience. As a beginner, I don't prefer. It is a workflow, and it is like Zapier. It is a workflow automation platform. Yeah, yeah. You can use n8n for multi agents, but the thing is, it is pretty tough. Like we create option on n8n. I'll just show you right now. So look, it is a single agent. It is a single agent. I just made a chatbot using the single agent. But you have another option here. When you click on the tools, you can see MCP tools. So look, it is an MCP. We call MCP as Model Context Protocol. So you can use this MCP servers. So when I create MCP server, I have to create multiple agents manually. You don't have any. There is a AI agent present in the n8n original cloud platform. From there, you can easily create your workflows from the prompt. But here, it doesn't present for the local hosted platform. So for creating multi agents, you have to create a MCP. Save. So you have to create multiple workflows on whatever the multi agents you want. So you have to create, if you are doing, let's have for example, if you are creating a multi agent for analyzing the client and creating a strategy and for accessing the tools and then executing the task. That means you need four AI agents that should work for you, right? So for creating multi-agents, you just have to create four different workflows like this, and you create four different agents with the four different tasks and connect all the agents with the help of MCP to a single agent. That single agent which is holding the MCP server is the head of all the agents. So this is how you can create a simple multi-agent workflow in the n8n. But for creating multi-agents, LangGraph is preferred. LangGraph, it will it will be more efficient. But for using LangGraph, you need to know code. Without code, you can't use any other queries. Yes, you can use multi-agents, but it is pretty complicated for beginners. Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Vasuki.
Okay, thanks. So now we can wind up. Right? So, okay. So thanks for the participations. So for the so thanks, sir. So thanks, dear participants. Thanks for the participations. So hope you enjoy the sessions. So weekly we are conducting our workshops, free online workshop. So all of them kindly be active in the group. So we will be posting a group workshops. So kindly all of them can attend the sessions and gain the knowledges from us. Thanks for the participation. Now we will be getting a feedback link. All of them kindly fill the feedback form, feedback links. So today evening, all of them will receive your e-certificates and recording session also. We are already recorded these sessions. So we will be
Hold on,
providing the
Anara.
recording sessions also. So thanks for the participation.